league that the NFL didn't respect, but feared. This must-have features interviews with players and coaches like Bobby Hebert, Marv Levy, and much more. Hundreds of photos will take you back to the 80s when Donald Trump was just an emerging name in pop culture. Hall of Famers like Steve Young, Reggie White, and Jim Kelly all got their start in the USFL. Order your Silver Anniversary magazine at usflonline.com.
And we are back on air. Hello, Iona, if you're just tuning in. Once again, it's 9:22 in the morning, and I'm Spring Like the Season. I'm here with Brian Walsh, and you're listening to Everybody Loves Spring with...
Now, with twice the news and half the feelings.
Yay! See, Brian, I told you I'll give you an opportunity to talk.
Finally.
But Brian is going to take it away with a quick news feed, and as promised, I'm going to play a news bed just because I think it's fun and funky. So take it away, Brian.
All right. So, Netflix says that the $1 price increase they had in May was the reason it's no longer getting much of a growth in subscribers. In other Netflix news, January 1st, all 236 episodes of Friends will be available on Netflix. Neil Patrick Harris announced that he is to host the 2015 Oscars.
Yes! Can't wait for that.
Cowboys running back Joseph Randle fined $29,117 for shoplifting a tester bottle of cologne and a 2-pack of underwear. HBO's now to offer HBO Go without a cable subscription in 2015. Royals win the ALCS
Is that the thing I tried to
American
announce?
League Championship Series for the first time in 29 years. A man accused of the world's largest money laundering, Arthur Badowski, is due in court using Liberty Reserve to launder $6 billion.
Wow.
North Korea. Kim Jong-un returns into the public eye after 40 days.
Where was he? Was he with Dennis Rodman?
Nobody knows.
I bet he was.
Striking down rumors of a possible coup, though he is seen walking with a cane.
Interesting.
A 58-foot finback whale washed up on the shores of Long Island.
Wow.
Microsoft is now coaching NFL announcers to not call the Surface Pro tablet an iPad. A Viking haul, or treasure, found in Scotland containing 100 items worth about 6 figures, said to be one of the most important Viking hauls found in Scotland. ISIS recently announced they are now pro-slavery. Robert Downey Jr. is to join Captain America 3.
Yay, but they still haven't said if he's on for Iron Man 4, which I don't know if they should have an Iron Man 4, really. Because Iron Man 3 was it was good, but it wasn't, like, great.
Yeah.
I guess I would have to speak to the two J's to really see how they felt about that.
In California, a parrot that spoke with a British accent returned after missing for years, speaking Spanish.
Yay!
In Boston, a patient who had symptoms of Ebola has been found to not have Ebola.
Good news.
And that's what I have.
Yay for Brian. Claps for Brian. Claps for Brian. It's only Brian and I right now. I want to talk about the Netflix thing. What do you mean they're raising it by $1?
In May, they already raised it by $1 to like $8.99 for new subscribers.
How much is it usually? I thought it was $10. I don't usually pay for my
maybe
Netflix.
It was like 10. I think they're raising it to 12 or 11. And they say it's because of that they're not getting as many new subscribers.
Well, talking about Netflix, I had my internship yesterday, and in true spring fashion, I wasn't doing my job. That's a lie, because I don't want to get in trouble. I was doing reception, so that's like my let's read the news time. So I read that HBO is actually getting off cable. I think they're trying to pull like a Netflix thing and like branch on that. Because I think they're pretty upset that Netflix is maybe doing better than they are with their shows. Because Netflix has really, like, come on the up with their shows. They had, like, House of Cards, Orange is the New Black. Don't get me started on Orange is the New Black. I love Orange is the New Black. And what is the other show they have? Oh, there's one show I'm missing.
I know now they have BoJack Horseman.
What is that?
It's a, like, cartoon comedy they made with
That sounds funny. Oh, I know what that is. Is it the guy with the horse head?
The horse head.
Ah, I know what that is. I haven't seen it yet though, but it looks really cool.
I've heard good things about it. They have the 4th season of Arrested Development.
Well, can you blame HBO for it? Because HBO is saying right now that they want to branch. This is exactly what it says. There are 80 million homes that do not have HBO.
Yeah.
I thought anyone with cable has HBO because I thought it comes with the general package. Is it like Stars and Encore and all the other channels?
Yeah, you gotta pay more for it because I've got like basic cable.
Well, what's his name? I'm gonna get you his name right now because I'm literally just pulled this up. So Chairman and CEO Richard Plepler, which I'm pretty sure I butchered his name completely, has said that this is a huge opportunity in front of us. We will use all means at our disposal to go after it. This is the most exciting inflection point domestically and internationally in the history of HBO. Do you think they'll actually gain more by going?
I think so, because a lot of people have been saying they want to watch HBO. They
Yeah.
just, they don't want to pay for a different cable provider. 'Cause
See,
think
I
it's like a
was really
contract.
under the assumption everyone has HBO, but you know what? I forget. It's not like, because I switched over to IO. So before I
yeah.
used to have, oh my god. I guess it's just regular Cablevision.
Well, I've got Fios
Because it used to be on channel 82.
Yeah, and
You know?
If you don't pay a little bit extra, you don't get HBO and a lot of other channels. So that's what I'm dealing with.
Well, HBO should be worried.
I
only
might have
because
to cough up a little bit more money because I will not miss Game of Thrones.
Well, True Blood is over for me. So, and True Blood, I really love the fact that I'm staring at myself in that
Yeah,
picture
you're
right there.
talking-
I should just
talking
talk like
very
this
stiff.
the whole time.
You don't?
I don't. I usually, if you're like whoever who's watching, I usually do this because I wasn't born with dimples, so that's the only way I could have dimples. Poopsie daisies. What was I saying?
About HBO? Game of Thrones?
Oh, that's
True
right. So
Blood.
I usually for HBO, the only show I really watch is True Blood, which True Blood ended up disappointing me greatly. So I'm very upset with HBO. But I did hear Game of Thrones is like thebomb.com.
It is amazing.
I heard it's pretty awesome.
Oh, God. Where
But
again?
and also news. This is not very professional news, which I'm pretty sure Demergis would be like, really, Spring, you're gonna give news without all the information. But yeah, Demergis, I'm gonna do it. So
Rebel without
Netflix
cause.
in January, for you Friends lovers out there,
Yep.
guess what? Friends is coming to Netflix. All 200 something episodes.
239.
Oh,
36. 36.
Oh, we have a Friends fan in
Well,
here.
my roommate's actually obsessed
How you
with
doing?
Friends. How you doing?
How you doing? So that's my news so far for entertainment, which I could get to.
I've got a
lot
little bit
later.
of entertainment news.
Ooh,
I
well,
would
no,
say.
we'll get to that later because I didn't get to talk about box office news this week.
It's
But
not like box office news. It's like release of movies.
yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Okay, fine.
Brian, follow the schedule, Brian. I'm in charge now. Look at me. I'm the captain now.
Could you just imagine me on the boat trying to be threatening? I am the captain now.
I'm the captain now. I love that. Hold on.
That'd be too monotone.
I did receive news this morning, not like I'm not important, but Demur just sent me news. So I'm going to read it right off just because I didn't really have much time to read it. A feminist speaker has canceled a speech at Utah State University after learning the school would allow concealed firearms despite an anonymous threat against her. Anita Sarkeesian, which I may have butchered her name, was scheduled to give a presentation on the portrayal of women in video games on Wednesday evening. She made a decision to cancel Tuesday night. University staff members had received a threat earlier Tuesday from an unknown person who vowed to carry out a mass shooting if the event was held. University spokesman Tim Vitale says the FBI told school officials the threat is consistent with one Sarkeesian receives where she gives speeches elsewhere. The university consulted with federal and state law enforcement and had determined it was safe to go ahead with the presentation. But Sarkeesian pulled out after learning from university officials that concealed weapons would be permitted as long as attendees have a valid concealed firearm permit in accordance with Utah law. What? That's insane.
Well,
this
I've heard
woman-
of this woman before.
I saw the headline for it yesterday and I didn't completely understand it. Now that I read it out loud to myself, for some reason I understand it a little better. So, hold on, I want to play that news bit again.
Well, I mean, like that thing she's been talking about has received
Bam, bam.
a lot of
Play.
criticism, though.
Is it playing? Why are you not playing?
More technical difficulties.
Whatever. We'll get to that later. Alright, so what I understand is this woman, do you know any information about this?
Yeah, I actually know.
Is she a
little bit.
woman that plays video games, or she doesn't
Well,
like the way women are portrayed in the video
She
games?
doesn't like how they're portrayed.
So, like, because the first thing
And-
that comes to
yeah.
mind is Tomb Raider.
Yeah, or like damsel in distress, like
Okay.
Princess Peach. But what a lot of people
Got
say is, one of her videos about it on YouTube, she kind of like all of her information was wrong, because she was showing this one video game, Hitman, and it's like, oh look, they just killed these two women, and like there's no punishment, nothing happened, and someone pointed out she got it all wrong, and
Yeah.
it wasn't her own game footage. She stole the footage from another person playing.
Oh.
So a lot of people say she's not like
Valid.
that valid, and with threats like this, I know especially like on Twitter, someone found out a lot of the threats are from fake accounts.
But that's still, either way, like, regardless of whether her information is accurate, any threats made against a person should be taken pretty seriously. Like, if she's saying, I don't feel safe and I really want all weapons, like, I don't want any weapons there, regardless if they're registered, regardless, like, whether or not you see it, they should respect that. Because if she's coming to your university to speak, why in the world are you not taking this extra precaution? Especially right now when, for some reason, I don't know if you've heard, but on Yik Yak, recently in Penn State, I think in the last week or so, there was, someone made a yak, which I guess that's what it's called, saying not to come to school the next day because there was going to be a shooting.
Yeah, something like that happened at my high school, actually.
Which is ridiculous.
Like, it wasn't a school shooting. It was like someone said, oh, yeah, this whole school is going to, like, blow up. And, like, they found the person.
And they think it's a joke. Like, okay, fine. I understand you could use Yik Yak to say funny things. Like I said earlier, I'm pretty sure someone yacked about me almost busting my A double money sign in front of Dorley. But this is a serious thing. If someone's afraid for their life, why don't you take it seriously? So I don't blame her for saying, you know what, no, I'm not showing up.
Not showing up because, especially in Utah.
I would not show. Yeah,
because Utah,
because New York. I mean, I don't think in New York you get as easy license for guns or anything like that. But I'm pretty sure in Utah you probably do.
Probably.
I don't want to say that they do only because I just got this news story right now, but I don't think she's wrong for that. Regardless if she's like, because everyone has a negative view against feminists because we all sound crazy. I'm a feminist.
I've been watching like a few videos of this one woman, Christina Somers, I think it is. Probably got that name wrong. She has a thing called the factual feminist, which I like. I watch videos and I enjoyed it because.
Would you say you're a feminist, Brian? You don't have to be a woman to be a feminist.
I know that. You don't have to be a woman to be a feminist. I do say, for the most part, I side with a lot of the views they have. Just like with everything, a lot of times you get crazy ones in the group.
The ones that burn their bras.
And, the craziest speak the loudest.
Well,
that's with every group, so I don't let them weigh everything else down.
I had gone to a party not too long. Actually, it was kind of long ago because I can't even remember when the party was. It must have been like a 3 weeks a month ago. So I met a girl and we were talking. And we were just talking about feminism for some reason at this party. I don't know why in the world at 1 a.m. we're talking about feminism. But she goes, I'm not a feminist, I'm a humanist. And I was just like, do you know what that means, sweetie? And she was just like, that means that I believe in the equal rights for all humans. And I was just like, you could say that, but usually humanism generally means, I think, the progressing human beings in general. You can't say you're a humanist. That doesn't make any sense. You're a feminist if you believe in equal rights for women. She only supported women. And then she was just like, no, I just believe in equal rights for all people.
Yeah,
and I'm like, then it was just like, I was looking at her and I was just like, ugh.
That's like saying I only want rights for people as long as people are only women.
What am I going to be, a Hispanicus? She was like, I'm a humanist. That's what actually, I'm going to look up what a humanist means.
I'm a dogist. I believe dogs are superior to all.
Dogs are superior to all. Actually, you know who's superior to all? Cats.
Yes, cats. I was just
Felinism.
They found a. I think I actually remember reading an article that cats are the only animal in history to domesticate themselves.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because they realized, hey, here's this person that's willing to feed me and give me a home. I think I'm just gonna live with them.
Okay, here we go. This is what a humanist is, and I got it off of my Apple dictionary. Are you ready, Brian?
Yes.
I need some water, but we'll get to that.
Likewise.
An outlook or system of thought attaching prime importance to human rather than divine or supernatural matters. Humanist beliefs stress the potential value and goodness of human beings, emphasize common human needs, and seek solely rational ways of solving human problems. In the Renaissance, which is where this idea came about, because for those of you who don't know, prior to this, anything humans did was basically looked down upon, and the Catholic Church especially used to look down upon them for their sins or anything they did. So they were just like, F you, basically. And we're like, humans are pretty awesome too. Why do we have to look at Greek gods and all this other stuff for examples? So a Renaissance cultural movement that turned away from medieval scholasticism and revived interest in ancient Greek and Roman thought that humans are awesome, basically. Just saying. So, And then the next one was just a system of thought criticized as being centered on the notion of the rational, autonomous self and ignoring the unintegrated conditioned nature of the individual. So yes, girl, you are a humanist. You believe humans are awesome. You don't believe in the female rights, okay? But either way, with that being said, I think it's ridiculous that they didn't take this woman's fears seriously and they really just let her go. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think they kind of took it serious, but laws are different in Utah when it comes to concealed carry.
But they told them basically, like, you can still come in as long as you have a valid concealed arm. But what if the person making the threat is the one with the valid concealed arm? Like, what do you do?
Did they buff up?
Like, whose rights do you protect at this point? Do you protect the rights of the person whose life's at stake, or you protect the person with the gun? Because they do have a right to firearms. I'll give them that. If it's a valid one, I understand. Wow, I'm hungry.
Likewise, I didn't even know coming here.
Continue. I'm sorry.
But that is like a very tough question to answer, just because it's, you know, you want to look at it in an ethical way, but you really can't, because you have to look at the law and what the law says. Even though you know what's right, you know, like, you can't let someone just threaten anyone, no matter who it is. But at the same time, the people with concealed that have the right to have their concealed carry, they got their license. You can't, like, tell them you can't.
So you don't think they should have overridden that? If that's a word, I'm pretty sure that's not a word, but
the problem is you can't really, because then they could say you're infringing our rights.
I just think it's a shame.
It is a shame.
But if I would have been like, nope, I'm not going.
Yeah, I hope that brings up discussion about like, well, maybe it's time to change the laws.
Why is it to that extent? Are they really annoyed with her that they feel the need? No, she needs to die. Why is she saying all these things? Because if she's just talking about,
you've got like all the crazy feminists you'll have the same opposition, the crazy people that are willing to make threats online to, you know, against her.
It's weird.
It is.
Because usually I've never heard of feminists being, well, I mean, they do get looked down upon, but I've never heard, hold on, I'm sorry, I'm reading it all at the same time. Actually, you know what? We're going to take a quick break just because I actually want to know more about this topic. But when we come back, it's 9:38. I think we're going to come back with a little more of this and then move right into movie news. So keep listening. You're going to listen to A Beautiful Bed.